Like most guys in their 50s with sedentary office jobs, I need to lose weight. And obviously quarantine and the lack of travel, the lack of really doing anything outside of the house over the last 9 months or so hasn't helped. Now that's certainly no excuse. It's the reason, maybe, but really that's not an excuse. So I've done a couple of things that I'm working on just to try to improve my overall wellness. Mentally, physically, all of those things. I want to become a better me. I'm in the middle of my life. I'm in a great place in my marriage. I'm in a great home, in a great city. My job is awesome, but I'm not in the best shape. I'm not in the best health. I got a lot of things that I need to improve. So one of the things I'm going to do with winter coming up, I don't like to go outside in the winter. I hate to be cold. So since I really love to cycle, and I know that once springtime rolls around next year, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna hop on my bike, and I'm going to die because I'm so out of shape. So I decided to get myself a really nice, yet reasonably priced exercise bike that I can use inside the house during the winter to give myself a little bit of a base level of fitness. So I ordered this beast right here. This is the Cyclace Indoor Exercise Bike. It's essentially a spin bike without the ridiculous price tag of a Schwinn or particularly like a Peloton. But today I just want to unbox it, I want to put it together, and I want to give you my quick, before I use it too much, review of this product. It took around a week and a half to arrive at my house, and at around 65 pounds the box was a bit unwieldy, but I managed to get it down the stairs to the utility room without too much trouble. I was pleasantly surprised at how well it was packaged. I had read some reviews that other buyers had gotten damaged bikes, but mine had no damage and it was in great condition. The box was easy to open and the parts were well protected and all were individually wrapped. I was determined to only use the included tools, and other than my pocket knife, I didn't need any additional tools to assemble the bike. I'm only moderately handy with mechanical things, but I think that the setup for this bike is simple enough that almost anybody can do it, even if you have to work around a curious cat. And this is Luna, by the way. The leg supports went on quickly with 2 bolts for both the front and the back. The bike is heavy enough to be sturdy, but it was light enough that I could easily manage to put it together on my own. The nice thing is, the front support has wheels to help with moving the bike around. The pedals are simple screw ends, but for some reason this right pedal gave me all kinds of trouble. It seriously took me like 5 minutes to get the thing on. The left pedal, however, it took like 30 seconds. The pedals have baskets that you can slide your feet into for a more secure ride, but you can also leave those off or flip them over and ride without the straps. Although I don't recommend riding the bike with Uggs. Yes, I'm a 51-year-old man who wears Uggs. They're really comfortable. The seat post is quick and easy to install. And the handlebar post and bars went on with no trouble, and no tool was required for the post. You just use the adjuster knob to secure it to the bike. The handlebar has multiple positions so that you can simulate a number of different types of hand positions, from drops to a straight bar, and some spin class type hand positions. A few quick turns with the included Allen wrench and it was good to go. The controls and display are very simple on this bike, which is probably one of the reasons that the bike is hundreds of dollars cheaper than a Peloton. It pretty much displays distance, miles per hour, calories burned, and effort. I doubt that it's very precise, but for a bike that's just over the $300 mark, I'm pretty pleased with it. The unit slides onto the handlebars and a simple cable attaches to it. And that's it. Super easy to set up. There was an annoying amount of small bits of styrofoam that went everywhere, but it was pretty easy to clean up. And as with almost everything that needs to be assembled, I had some extra hardware. I gave it a quick spin to make sure everything was working, and I've got to say that I'm impressed with the smoothness of the bike. There's no real display on the bike, but it does have a small bracket that holds a full-size tablet. I'm not really a big fan of tablets, so I got a Black Friday special on a Kindle Fire tablet that will be perfect for watching videos while we ride. So I'm going to do my first ride and I'll give you my initial impressions of this bike. The adjustments for the seat and handlebars are pretty straightforward and simple. Seems pretty smooth to begin with. I'll crank up the intensity a little bit. Pretty smooth increase in difficulty. Still pretty smooth even at some of the more difficult levels. I think if you're a really experienced and really fit cyclist, probably not the bike for you, but I'm neither. Granted, I've been riding a bike for like 45 years or something like that, but certainly not super fit. Certainly not a competitive cyclist, but this is nice. Nice and smooth. Handlebars are comfortable. There's a bit of a wobble, the handlebars, and a slight shimmy in the seat. Let's try standing up. Really glad I bought this bike, because holy shit am I out of shape. Overall initial thought on this bike is that I really like it. Certainly it's not the quality of a Peloton or a club bike, but for somebody like me who's just trying to get back into fitness after years of, sort of fitness neglect and months of quarantine, I think this is great, particularly for the price point. It's sturdy, super easy to set up. Literally took me 30 minutes. Probably would have been about 25 minutes if I hadn't had such a problem with that right pedal. But overall, a couple of thumbs up. I'm gonna do a little bit more of a ride here, and then once I hit to about 100 miles on this bike, I'll do an updated review, let you know how it's going, and whether or not it is held up to hauling my fat ass around. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Why don't you consider subscribing to the channel? And until next time, take care.